Hello, it's Fran Davidson from psychicandenergywork.com.au. If you're clever, you have started at the beginning, video 1, then 2, and now this one. If you're also clever, maybe you're starting here or maybe you started at 4. But anyway, why do I say that? Because in the first 2 videos, I'm giving you a retrospective of last month, October, as a lead-in, and that does lead in because there are numbers in October's chart that are also in the birth number, which is video 2. Yeah, so get across these things. They also help to explain a little bit of what I'm going to run through now. So to the degree that you're coming only through YouTube to see these things or social media, go through to the website psychicandenergywork.com.au to also read the introductory blurb that I've posted there that isn't in this video, because that might help to frame things even more. Highly interactive, hopefully not too annoying. Please let me know how this goes. So every month, every year, we get 2 levels of number. We get the generic number, and that is the numerological chart that appears every time a month comes around. Yeah. And then we get the specific number, which is the vibrations that will manifest as the month couples with the year in question. Yeah. So what am I saying there? If we're talking about the MO, so in numerology, there are 3 main numbers: the birth number, the MO, the reality number. The birth number is the sum of the number or the date that we're talking about. Yeah, and I've talked about that in video 2. The MO, okay, bear with me. So the birth number tells us what we're going to learn through, what we're going to learn about, and what we're going to learn to channel to the next degree, hopefully on a spiritual level. We learn these things not only through our own choices and responses, we also learn them as a result of witnessing and experiencing others in action, be they physical humans or beings, animals even, or whether they are more energetic phenomena. So the MO, which is what we're talking about in this video, tells us how we're going to grow. So the birth number tells us what we're going to grow into, what we're going to help to blossom. The MO tells us how that's going to manifest, how we're going to be guided or prompted or even forced to do those things. So every November we see an MO of 40, which reduces to 4. 4 plus 0, 40, equals 4, right? Now 40 is a master number. Yeah, and we're not new to master numbers this year. Yeah, master numbers up the spiritual ante. They often up the intuitive and energetic ante. That doesn't necessarily mean that the world of energy gets louder, although it often does in a master number period. But the physical world can also become, more schizoid, more confronting, more out of the blue, bad French film, excuse the French, and, just hello surprises that really force us to grow, to adapt, to grow, to breathe, to process, to deal with stuff we weren't expecting to deal with. So again, every November brings us an MO of 40. Now 4 is really interesting because 4 is about the models, it's about the rules, it's about the frameworks, the assumptions, the perceptions. Yeah. And of course, as human beings, we have loads of them. Even if we connect and clear on a regular basis, as soon as mind starts to kick in, it can start to be projecting into the future, forecasting the future, doubting the future, yeah, or even controlling the future. Bit too much, whether that be for self or others. So 40 is interesting because it's all about quality. Therefore, it is all about the review of what we're building with. The tools, the models, the assumptions, etc. So it can be energetic, thoughts, feelings, again, assumptions, perceptions, but it can also be the way we approach things. You with me? The processes we follow or the habits that we have. And of course, we all have them. So 40 is a time that wants us to do a quality check. 40 is often a time that helps us do a quality check so as to get better again. So as to lose all the things that really, that may have worked in the last period, but it's not so current now. So 40 helps us fine-tune. 40 helps us see the big picture. It helps us review. It helps us plan, strategize, organize, and just get everything in place so that then we're ready to launch exactly, precisely, brilliantly in the next second. So on a specific level, the MO for November 2024 is a 1438, and you'll notice there's a 4 in there. Yeah. So all up this November, we get 5 4s, and 5 4s is a lot. Therefore, don't be surprised if this month the issues or dynamics, lessons, experiences, or even chances to mentor others in 4 building. 4 can even be investing, harvesting, reaping. You with me? But 4, most of all, is what's the foundation you're standing on like? What's the foundation you're planning to launch from in the next second like? Is it up to date? Is it as good as it can be? Is it really the one for you? And it could be it is. And so therefore 4 can be very enhancing. Yep, you got everything. Good to go. Off we go. Confidence booted. 4 is amazing. So 1438, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I've already sort of talked about 3 in the birth number. So again, go back to that video number 2 to get across that just a little bit more. 3 can also be realizing. So when 3s pop up, and we've got 4 3s this month. So when 3 is at 3 times or more in a chart, there can be more realizations. The intuition can work louder. We can be more cognizant of guidance kicking in, insights, realizations, ideas even. So 4 and 3 together, working together, are really interesting because they're very, very similar as dynamics. They both speak of us coming to understand, and that is also a 4 dynamic. 4 is awareness, 4 is understanding. Yeah, because we need those things to build well. So 3 and 4, 3 is like the light bulb going on, realizing, yeah, wow, okay. And then 4 is moving beyond that to not only the initial burst of idea, but I actually get how that could happen. I understand why that is happening, whatever the context is. So 3 and 4 working together, and 143 is the specific MO for November 2024, is leading to 8, which is success, which is getting your vision fine-tuned wherever it needs to be. It's learning about what success takes, what it involves, and what it means, not only on a material or a physical level, not because there's anything wrong with those guys, but also on a spiritual level, because success on a spiritual level or an energetic level is it feels right. It feels good. And it's not just an egoic good that is often associated or breeding tension, as in you versus me, black versus white, win versus lose, use the elbow. Yeah. Success on a spiritual level is we all win, not at the expense of anybody, not at the expense of any essential need, want, goal, objective, or path. So 8, 4s and 3s, even 1s, they help us, frankly, all numbers, but they help us get on path better than we were before, even if it's just 1 gazillionth of a degree extra. So don't be surprised if this month helps you fine-tune, helps you kick into gear. Up here, cognitively, awareness, understanding, appreciation of what it takes to get there in your next moment. And isn't that interesting in the month called November? Because, of course, we've only got 1 to 2 to 3 more months before the year closes off energetically. And the reason I say that is because years spiritually, they often turn over at Chinese or lunar New Year rather than just December 31st. And that's notwithstanding the other significant calendars that are practiced or observed, lived by other cultures. So on that note, I'm now going to flip to video number 4, which is about the reality number for November, or numbers, for November 2024. Thanks for tuning into this one. Let me know how it comes across. Please feel free to forward questions. And if you need a hand, go through to the website. You'll find my contact details. All the best.